We are continuing to look at the two fires that are burning and causing a lot of problems late this afternoon, especially in the heat of the day. Serious concerns about the shifting wind in particular, and more residents in Lyons have been told they need to evacuate.
That is the Stone Canyon fire that started around 1:30 this afternoon, estimated to be at about 100 acres, smaller than the Alexander Mountain fire, but much closer to many more structures and threatening structures as things continue. Corey Reppenhagen has been live near the Stone Canyon fire, and he joins us now with the latest from his perspective.
Hey, yeah, you know, Tom, the thing that we've been fearing in the front of our mind and even the back of everybody's mind is starting to unfold here after these very two hot, dry months here this summer. We've got active wildfires going on out here on the Front Range, and you can see this is the Stone Mountain fire back here behind me, just outside of the town of Lyons. So for your perspective, the town center of Lyons is to the left of this big smoke plume and down the hill. Over on the left-hand side, we've been watching tankers literally save homes. There's a green house up there that they dropped a big red mud slurry right in front of it, probably saved that from being burned as we were watching the fire close in on that. And then as you move down towards the right-hand side of the screen, which would be towards the east, you have the Eagle Ridge community in there, and they are practically in the middle of that fire. And then out on the edge, all the way to the right-hand side of the fire, we have the Steamboat Valley community, which is a very populated community that they are obviously putting a lot of time and effort into trying to save as much resource as they can. The humidity levels have been just insane out here in the single digits, and that is allowing these fires to really spread, and it's also allowing it's preventing the vegetation from regaining any moisture which would normally pull out of the air. So all this vegetation out here is tinder boxes, and there is a lot of concern about the winds. They are considerably pretty light, relatively speaking, 10 to 15 miles per hour, but there is some concern because they've been shifting around a bit, going uphill, coming to the south and towards the east, and then finally to the north. And we've talked to some people in the community there on the right along the Stone Canyon area, just about that concern.
Here, and so if the wind switches directions, I think that we could be in big trouble. The way it's blowing now, there are houses in that direction. One of the ways I run, it looks to me like maybe one of those houses just went up. But I think the town itself at the moment, as long as the wind stays at this southwest to the northeast direction, I think we're going to be okay.
So that was the pro temp mayor of Lyons, Paula Williams, and she was voicing her concern that she's been hearing from the community members about if the winds were to shift, and they've been hearing about the forecast because those winds will likely shift tomorrow and come more out of a northerly direction, which would push smoke and potentially fire a little bit closer to the more populated areas of this Lyons area. But lots to keep an eye on here. I know they're estimating at about 100 acres, but it looks much larger than that from our perspective. So we've been watching a tremendous firefight from the sky today. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, very critical weather, of course, over these next few hours. Corey, thanks.